Hey everyone, this is Fernando doing another video for More Survivalists. In this case, showing you something that I've recommended in the past very strongly. This is the cold steel Bowie Machete knife. It's a knife that has been around a few years ago. Then it got harder to find. Eventually, I think it went out of production or something like that, and you know, those guys that didn't get one, they missed out. Then when I saw it again a few weeks ago, back being offered for like 17 bucks, give or take, I posted in my website, The Modern Survivalist, guys, go buy one, go buy 1, 2, 3, I don't know, but buy these because they are fantastic. And I was checking, I have the link in my website. There's a link for the Amazon Associates, so I do get a little bit of money with that, a small percentage of sales being made. And I checked that, and one of you guys bought 45 knives or something like that, one ridiculous amount. Another one had bought like 25 knives. I suppose that it's some of you folks that have like a business or reselling. Yeah, for 17 bucks, it's a no-brainer that you're going to be selling that for a profit as soon as they go out of production, as it usually happens with cold steel. But in spite of all that, the reason why I recommend it so strongly is that I believe that it's a fantastic deal in terms of the amount of knife that you get for the money. For under 20 bucks and with a sheath, which these days are becoming kind of rare. Lots of knife makers, you know, great knives like the Bowie I love, and it's great and it's very expensive, but it doesn't come with a sheath. Here you actually have one that works. If you want something better, you can make one yourself, get one custom made. But if not, let's start with the specs of what we're actually getting here. Sorry for the delay in doing this. I bought it, but you know, it takes some time to get here where I am. Bowie Machete, awesome classic design. I love cold steel. They're so positive about their stuff. Cold steel, world's strongest, sharpest knife. Lynn Thompson, dude, I've been following that guy since day one, since cold steel first started offering stuff, especially their first videos of proof. Man, those were great. Full tank construction, in case you were wondering. Let me change the mode here in a second. Reading this because there's actually good information here. Full tank construction, 1055 carbon steel blade with black baked on finish. It's more like a paint of some sort, probably baked on, as they say, but you know, the finish does wear out easily. Includes tough black Corex sheath. The sheath is actually pretty good. Comfortable, secure polypropylene handle. Protect the tiger. I suppose that some money goes into protecting the tiger. Then there's others. There's a little bit more information here in the back. The machete has proven to be an ultimate outdoor and survival tool. True, it has. It is a fantastic survival tool, the machete, especially a short one like this with a Bowie tip. Oh, I want to get all excited. Let's go on here. It will cut, chop, slash, or smash just about anything you can put in front of it. Yes, it is true. Cold steel machete blades are made out of SAE 1055 carbon steel and are dripped in a special anti-rust solution before having a black baked on finish applied. I'm not so sure about any changes that they've made compared to their previous version a few years ago. Here I have my older one, and we're going to be comparing it here in a second to see if there's any significant changes, at least anything that is visible. Then you have the tool-free number and, you know, the address of cold steel. You know, 1055 steel is a fantastic choice for a machete. It's great. It takes a good edge. It's easy to resharpen. It has proven in some of the destruction tests done by NOS, this a guy that does the destruction tests of knives. It has proven to be a fantastic performer. It just takes a huge beating, and the knife keeps on rocking, and it's not likely to snap at all. You know, especially for the price that you're paying. It's performing almost as good as some of the Bowie knives that cost 400 bucks or 800 bucks, that kind of difference. So if you compare a Bowie Combat Battle Mistress that costs 1,000 bucks and a sub $20 knife like this comes even almost close. I mean, yeah, it's not a Battle Mistress or anything like that, but it comes close enough for you to notice. That says a lot. Well, huge, beautiful surprise here. there has been indeed changes. Man, I love this company, Cold Steel. They just don't let you down. Immediately I can tell you the first difference is that there has been a little bit more of an attempt of putting a proper edge on it. At first, with their older version, this one that I have here, sheath seems to be, again, the sheath has also been improved upon. You just have to give it to these guys. They do things better and better as time goes by. You know, look at this difference. Are you guys watching that? You know, it used to be just riveted with those stitches. Now they put a little bit more fabric. The thickness of the cordura is different. I think this is a little bit more high quality. Usually the tighter the pattern of the cordura, the better quality it is. But you know, you're not losing anything here. You're still getting a good material, and this is more reinforced than it used to be. Oh, well, this isn't that good. These rivets, the rivets aren't as good as the older ones. These are the new rivets. These are the older ones. Rivets are, well, I think it has been improved in this department in having a little bit more of material there in the edge. Well, yeah, it is, you know, a little bit less flexible as well. Okay, I'll rephrase that. The sheath is maybe not. No, it's comparable, and you have a bit of a thicker material here as well. The loop in the new one. Yeah, I think it has been improved. You have better construction here. This link that you have between your belt loop. The belt loop is better. It has more stitches on it. So yeah, in spite of it being less, the cordura material being less of a tighter pattern and those rivets, you still have very decent sheath right there. And this is what I was talking about before. When the first one came out, this edge was just awful. It was a disaster. It was still a great deal because putting a little bit of work of your own, like I did, sharpening that edge, I just reprofile it a little bit. How did I did it, guys? Don't ask me for, you know, every single thing. You know, it's kind of a boring, and I think I've actually done a video of this already. If you look into the older videos, you will see how I reshaped this machete. What I did is basically one of those mouse pads, those computer mouse pads, one of those with a sandpaper on top, medium grit sandpaper, and working one side and the other with a little bit of water. A lot of patience, and just a mouse pad and sandpaper taped to the edges. Go back and you will find that video. Look for the Cold Steel Bowie Machete video where I do that job with reprofiling, and the results are this. It's a very sharp, insanely sharp machete. Yeah, it is. Well, I did it. Kind of ripped it there. It is very, very sharp. You do a little bit of a job yourself, but the results are very good. Here, what I see is that, well, it used to come with the paint just got down there to the edge, and there was a visible wire edge. It just was not. It didn't have any sharpness of any kind. It just wasn't sharp. It wouldn't even cut paper in any way. It was completely dull. But giving the good materials with a bit of care of your own, you ended up with a very great big knife. Here, what I see is that they grinded this, you know, for a working edge. This is more of a working edge, and even though this is not very good, because this is probably not going to be even cutting paper. You see, it's not even cutting paper. But this is a more, yeah, well, it's really not good. The edge, you know, see, it's not cutting with a good edge. With a good edge, there you would just slide through it. But this is more of a working edge. This is typical way in which machetes usually come in. In South America, you see tons of machetes all over the place because they're, well, it's a utilitarian tool. It's what lots of people use for their work and daily lives. And you see something like this. It's a more of a work edge that it's not like something that you can do on your own. And of course, it's nothing like a more fancier knife or folder that has a razor sharp edge right out of the box. Here, this is more of a utilitarian edge, and you can feel the wire edge. I don't know if you guys could possibly get to see that there. See if I, well, the way in which you see if your blade has a wire edge is actually you drag your nail down, and if it catches, you see how it catches there? If it catches like that, you have a wire edge. A wire edge means that there's a little barb of material, of metal, folded, that's folding right where the edge is. So if you drag your nail and it catches like that, there's a wire edge there. A wire edge will not allow the true edge to be exposed and cut as well as it should. You see how I actually chipped off a little bit of metal there? You see that? These wire edges are usually burned because of the high temperatures the grinding wheels achieve. See how I'm chipping it off? I'm sure that you would have to do a little bit of work so as to reach the true hard metal underneath. This is probably very soft because of how hot it probably got when using it, when using a grinding wheel. But still very much the same old great machete that I love so much. The paint job here seems to be a little bit more crude. They say there that they do a treatment before actually baking in the paint. And we have any markings here? Well, not so much, no. This one, the old one said, you'll get to see that there, says China, and the other side says cold steel. Here, these are made in South Africa. The South African knives are pretty good as well. I have one of those, the Kukri Machete. That's made in South Africa. It's also a very good knife. Maybe it's a bit of a finer construction than one made in China. The finish is looks a little bit better. But given that they say they do a special treatment to the metal solution and a special anti-rust solution before having a black baked on finish applied, that sounds pretty good. Material still the same, blade shape still the same, and handle again, great classic machete handle is also the same. So all things considered, I think we are still getting a great product for the money. It's under 20 bucks, 17, 18 bucks, give or take. That's what I saw it back then, and it's a great option, folks, for you guys looking for a big cheap knife. This is the kind of thing that it's a utilitarian tool. A machete is just that, a practical tool for working in the field. Also because of how short it is and because of this great clip point, it is one of those things that would perform pretty well as an improvised weapon. If it ever comes to that, a knife of this size with a good edge, after doing a little bit of work yourself, a good edge, a good tip, definitely something you wouldn't want someone to come with against you. Guys, that's all for now. I think that it's a fantastic option for the money. You do have to do a little bit of work yourself, but I wouldn't be worried about that. It's a little bit of patience, sandpaper, mouse pad, and you have a great short Bowie machete. Guys, that's all for now. Take care, have a great day. See you on our next video.